Hi everyone, I'm Andrew Zena Hayashi, the Asperger King, and today we're going to be reacting to the video Hidden Junk Fees Are Costing You Thousands. Here's the scam by Rockstar Flipper. Let's get into it.
With inflation and shrinkflation at all-time highs, when companies start adding in junk fees, hidden fees, service charges, convenience fees, bill pay fees, and any other thing they can think of, it seems to me
Greedy,
that
evil
instead of covering their
bastards.
costs and expenses, they're just nickel and diming, taking advantage of customers and squeezing us for every penny they can out of corporate greed. And in today's video, we're going to see prime examples of just that.
You know all those fees that pop up when you go to buy concert tickets or you try and book a hotel and you get a service fee or a resort fee or a convenience fee or a breathing fee? You know, all those nonsense fees that those booking
Goddamn
websites surprise
fees.
you with at the end when you're trying to pay? Well, the Federal Trade Commission just said no more. Today, the FTC issued a final rule that's been in the works since 2022. This move is all part of President Biden's government-wide mandate to cut out junk fees for everyday Americans. The rule specifically targets live event ticketing websites and short-term lodging websites. Under this rule, the FTC is now prohibiting what they call bait-and-switch pricing and other tactics used by these companies to hide what you're actually going to be charged in the end for those tickets or for that hotel stay when you click to purchase. It's very important to understand the FTC is not saying that these companies can't charge you those fees. They absolutely can still charge you those fees. What the FTC is saying is live ticketing websites and hotel booking websites need to be transparent, and they need to tell you up front what that concert or that hotel stay is going to cost you.
That's
no more
good.
worrying what you're actually going to pay at the very end of the checkout process.
And I still think it's garbage because, oh, you're buying a $40 concert ticket, and by the time we're done, it's like $90.
Yeah, that's fucking annoying.
More than the actual ticket itself. Just because they have to display it to us now up front doesn't mean they're going to stop doing it, and it doesn't help us save any money on said concert tickets or said fees. It just means they're going to rub it in our faces even harder. And I don't know if any of you have noticed this over the last couple of years, 3, 4, 5, half dozen years, but they don't care. They're rubbing everything in our face.
Greedy, evil bastards.
Stealing from us, they're inflating us, all while we can't do anything about it, and they know it. Back in the day, they'd be like, oh my God, we can't charge a $2 because we feel like it fee. People will get mad and do something about it. They won't go to the concert. They're a boycott. No, they don't care anymore.
People need to start getting mad about it.
Not go. Of course you are. Of course you're going to go, and that's why we're charging you the fee.
I looked at the receipt, and there was a band fee, an entertainment band fee.
What the fuck?
That's a little weird.
For Jermaine and his guest, an extra $20 was tacked onto his total. A spokesperson for the restaurant told 11 Alive a $10 charge per person is standard with live performers to help with costs.
Why do I have to pay for the entertainment in the restaurant when y'all can just book the band up front and we just enjoy it?
Yeah.
It'll be a pleasant surprise when you walk in instead of a charge or a fee.
First of all, it is not standard to charge people at a restaurant for the live music. That's part of the expenses, the cost of goods, the cost of doing business that the restaurant incurs when they decide to have a live music night. The reason is because they can advertise, hey, we're having live music on the deck Saturday night, 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock, and people will come out and spend money, and that will cover the $300 or $400 they give the live band.
Indeed.
But adding it to your tab, to your restaurant bill, is not regular standard operating procedure. It's also not okay because, like the FTC said,
definitely
you
not
have to tell people
okay
ahead of time about these fees. If you don't, then you are in big trouble, and this is not telling somebody ahead of time they have to pay to help you offset the live band. This is actually illegal, what they're attempting to do right now.
Uber Eats just pulled a fast one on me, and I don't want them to do the same thing to you, so I'm here to expose them on
what are
my
they
actual
doing?
bill. This is my bill from the other night. So, you can see on the top, thank you for tipping, Jeffrey. I do tip well. Now, the bill came out to $56.21, but guess what? The actual food only came out to $36. Then I got a few dollars put on because I wanted like a certain crispy hero roll. I love crispy hero rolls. Cost me a few dollars, no problem. But here's my issue. Out of nowhere, Uber puts this on. The long range fee and
the
the
fuck is
service
that
fee.
shit?
The long-range fee, $2.49, and the service fee, $7.63.
Holy cow, that's like
I still
$10
don't know
with both of
what
them
a
together.
service fee is. Where is that money going? How are they coming up with it? Is Uber getting that money? Is the driver getting that money? Or is the restaurant getting that money? Then the long-range fee, that's never come up before. It's never, ever been an issue. And clearly Uber Eats is now sliding that in. And guess what? Guess I'm an Uber One member, where they say, oh, free delivery and you get discounts. Guess what my discount is for Uber One membership? There you go. Membership, where do you see it? Membership benefit, 37
Holy
cents.
fuck, that's
So, yeah,
like
they've charged me
nothing.
almost
That's
$10
fucking
in
peanuts.
fees, and then saved me a couple of cents. Look for that long-range fee in your Uber Eats bill before you ever buy. It wasn't in mine.
I don't use
Outrageous.
Uber Eats.
This is
It's a
another
waste
example
of
me
money.
saying that companies are literally making up fees. We're not just pretending this and imagining it. They're doing it. Service fee, convenience fee, processing fee, delivery fee, long-range fee. It is literally them finding ways to write something out, putting a fee next to it, and not having the majority of people question it. The only way we fix this is if people start boycotting all of these companies, Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub.
I already
Postmates,
don't use all these
Instacart,
things.
whatever it might be in your area. Stop using them. If enough people stop, they will stop with these fees. If all of a sudden one day everybody went on the social medias and internet platforms and said, hey, we're done with the feeing us to death. We're done with the nickel and diming. That's what this whole video is about. We're done with the water company charging us $3.50 to pay our water bill.
I don't pay my water bill. My landlord pays that.
Later in the video. We are, as Americans, broken up.
I don't use much water anyway, so it's pretty cheap.
They can't afford to pay extra fees on top of it just to get these multi-billion-dollar companies richer and richer.
We need to talk about these 5 random fees before they get normalized and we can't escape them. Pretty much everything is a scam now. It's the American way.
Yeah, everything's a scam.
Bogus fee to everything has gotten a little too inventive. Like online convenience fees. So just so we're clear, if I use a check or pay in person, you charge me a fee because you want me to use the website. But if I use the website, you charge me a fee for the convenience? Okay, well, counterpoint, the internet is not a convenience. It's where the entire world is now. And you are asking me to use it, not the other way around. Enough. Then there's streaming subscriptions that still
Fucking
have ads.
assholes.
The audacity of this is diabolical, because aside from the fact that part of the whole point of streaming was to not have to watch ads, many platforms no longer even have a subscription tier that is 100% ad-free, despite raising the charges.
That's bullshit.
And there's delivery fees that don't actually go to the person doing the delivery. Oh, okay, so I'm just paying the company a little extra as a treat. A large study at UC Berkeley revealed that most gig workers don't even make minimum wage after expenses. So where are all these tips and fees going then? Don't answer that, it's rhetorical, we already know. Then there's tax filing fees, which is absurd on its face. You don't give me anything for paying you my taxes anyway, so why is it my job to do the accounting? But then on top of it, we have to deal with scam artists like TurboTax, luring us in with offers of free tax filing, only to then require that we pay hundreds of dollars in fees all the way at the end if we actually want to file that tax return. Then there's car subscriptions, a thing that I cannot believe is even legal. You're going to charge me that much for a car and then require me to pay you a monthly fee if I want to use it? Oh my god.
That's garbage, bullshit,
anyway, if we don't
scam.
stop this stuff soon, we're all going to have to pay a monthly fee to subscribe to the air we breathe. Only in America.
Oh, don't give them that idea.
I dropped and wrapped up my whole video in one little clip. Everything we do, the companies are finding a way to fee us to death, to destroy us, to absolutely
because they're greedy, evil bastards.
Every last penny and dollar they can get. I totally forgot about the whole, the car subscription fee, like cars are charging you for full self-driving or extra fees or software updates. The delivery fees that don't go to the delivery person. We talk about that. It's all the restaurants taking the money or Uber Eats taking the money. Subscription fees for ads on streaming services. That's true. I
don't use any streaming services. I prefer physical media of everything.
I pay an additional $3 for the ad-free subscription level, whatever it is, platinum, gold, I don't know, and then they still put ads on a ton of stuff that says this is not available in the ad-free section. And then I want to go watch Mayday Airplane Down, and it says that'll be $14.99. That's not included. You got to sign up for a subscription to MGM Studios and then pay for a monthly. What? What am I paying for? Prime is the worst. Netflix is pretty clean and clear with everything they do. There's very little extra. Hulu has quite a bit of extra, and all the rest are pretty bad. Peacock's okay. But What are we doing here, guys and girls? What are we doing?
The word of the day is junk fees.
Fuck
Fees,
junk
like
fees.
what Graystar did, telling potential tenants, oh, the rent is, say, $2,000 a month.
That's
Then you go
too
to sign
much.
the lease, and they have a package delivery fee or a collective maintenance fee, and
That's
all of a sudden
bullshit.
you're paying hundreds of dollars more than you thought you'd pay. That's wrong. That's illegal.
That
We
shit is
took them to
illegal.
court. We're bringing back $1 million to Colorado. We're forcing Graystar to change their ways because of junk fees.
People may laugh at this, but I do almost zero cavity fillings, and there's a reason for that. Studies...
I suppose outside of boycotting these businesses and not doing business with them and not allowing them to take advantage of it, because sometimes it's not a choice, like when your water company charges you a convenience fee to pay on the internet or an electric company. The other way to handle this is to sue them, to go to the FTC, the company, the organization in this country that puts in the rules that says they can't charge, or they can charge
do that?
but they can't hide it from you. You have to upfront tell
Can
you
I
about
do
it
that in
and
Canada?
Sue these companies into oblivion with lawyers, and letting the FTC know through reporting them is the only other way to make it stop. However, it's very expensive, it's very difficult, it's very time-consuming, and most everyday average Americans do not have the ability to go through that process.
Yeah, who has
We
the
need
time
more
for
lawyers
that
like
and the
this
money
gentleman
for that?
to step up and handle this stuff.
I am so sick and tired of every single thing that I buy being more expensive than it's advertised to be. 2 days ago, I was booking a house on Airbnb in Miami for me and my girlfriend. I was booking this house for 2 nights. 2 nights. And the nightly fee was supposed to be $271. So I'm like, all right, it'll be like $650 plus taxes, maybe around $700 for 2 nights.
Wait, his math's really bad.
His
271
math
times
is bad.
for $542, plus you've got some taxes and fees. Should be around like $600, maybe $650. He's a little high.
This guy's more accurate.
That $700 turned into $1,200.
Oh my God. That's insane.
2 nights at this Airbnb, it was $650. Pretty reasonable for the house that I booked, but then you had cleaning fees, you had Airbnb fees, you had taxes, you had administrative fees, all that shit, and then it doubles the price.
Oh my God.
Same thing everywhere, for concert tickets, for sporting events. I mean, say you want to go and buy sports tickets, and the tickets are $100 each. You put them in your cart, your subtotal is like $217, including tax. And then you go to actually check out, and your total is somehow $350.
That's
You're like, wait a
insane.
second, where did this extra $150 come from? It's just fees on top of fees on top of fees. It never ends.
It never ends because they realize they're getting away with it. Airbnb, if you go to it now, in fact, I had to book an Airbnb recently for a couple of weeks, and it makes them do the entire price out the door. So, for example, it was 21-day stay, $100 a night would come to $2,100, and then there's, of course, the taxes that you have to pay and all that. So I'm looking at that like, okay, this should be $2,400, right? $2,500, and they put it up there, and it was like $2,750 out the door because there was a cleaning fee, there was an administrative fee, there was this stuff. And I'm like, wow. But they advertised it right when I clicked on it. I chose the dates, and I said, give me price. I clicked that button, and it said, bang, here it is. This is it. That's because they're being forced to do it now from that FTC message that said, if you don't do this, you're committing a scam, a fraud, and we will fine you for this. So Airbnb had to go that route.
Staff at the Hampton Social Club are outside the restaurant picketing the restaurant. They're trying to turn customers away after a change was made to how they are paid.
What do we want? When do we want it?
Conducting the screens in honks of support. To be honest with you, I don't think a single one of us would be out here if we did not love this place. Is Lucas Appleton. He says he's worked as a server at the Hampton Social since it opened. But 2 days ago, they got these documents, eliminating overtime pay, turning their hourly rate to $2 an hour salary and a portion of a service charge to customers. Appleton says the change would reduce his take-home pay by $12,000 yearly. Pretty tough. That's a big gap for people a lot of people in this industry live paycheck to paycheck. But there's also a catch for customers. Documents show the restaurant will get a 10% cut of the service fee, while employees will get the other 90%. Customer Bill Riley says he feels misled after paying his bill.
I think it's all about, full disclosure, right? Like, tell us what the deal is, and I would say it would prevent me from wanting to come back here ever again.
We reached out to the restaurant's corporate headquarters for comment. They have yet to respond. We even tried to speak to a corporate representative who was at the restaurant tonight. He also had no comment.
A lot of businesses are looking to push more of the burden on their customers to pay their workers.
Ted Roseman at Bankrate says surcharges and being asked to tip is becoming more common. The reason? Inflation.
Surcharges are kind of a hidden way to raise prices without raising prices.
He also says servers get fewer tips when there's a service charge, as customers think the service charge is the tip.
It's drastic to be able to lose $1,000 a month in this current economy.
Appleton says he thinks this pay model could spread to other restaurants across Atlantic Avenue. They hope their protests can stop it from actually taking place.
Organizers say they are staging similar protests at the chain's other locations across the state. This is the problem. These companies have figured out how to get the customers to cover the bill. Remember when companies would accept your $100 payment for your water bill and they had a 3% credit card fee that they paid to the credit card company for accepting that, so they really got $97? Well, now they're charging you, the customer, a 3% fee, and usually they're only paying 2.5%. So what happens? They get to make an extra 0.5% profit off of charging you a fee. They're not even charging you the exact fee. They're charging a little more so they can pad their pockets. They're now paying employees $2 an hour.
That's a fucking slave wage.
These employees up to a wage that makes them full-time. Then the company doesn't have to pay the wages, and they don't have to pay the payroll taxes on it. Pretty creative, huh? Pretty smart.
Greedy, evil bastards.
And sadly, they do. The restaurants and the companies, they own us. There's nothing we're going to do about it. No one's going to change anything. Prove me wrong in the comments. Tell me how we can, but I don't think it's happening.
I just saw the slimiest real estate agent video. This is a guy bragging that he tacks on a $995 transaction fee in all
Oh
his
my
contracts,
God, that's
in
insane.
addition to what he charges for his commission. And he claims he sells 100 properties a year. So he makes an additional $100,000 scamming people. This $995
Greedy,
isn't
evil
for anything in
bastard.
particular. Some agents call it a processing fee or a transaction fee. Basically what it is a junk fee padding what they're already charging you. My question is, why are you as a consumer paying for this? Why are you not reading the listing contract? Why are you not calling out, paying this agent another almost $1,000 on top of what you've already agreed to pay in commission? It's not for better marketing. It's not for a faster sale. It is a junk fee to line that slime ball in its pockets. And even worse, he's offering to teach this to other real estate agents.
Oh my
God. One of the
God.
questions you need to ask when you're interviewing agents is, what are you going to charge me? And more importantly, what does that include? And is that everything? Are there any other fees, items, anything added on top of this percent or this dollar number commission that I've agreed to pay you? And if you see that line item in your listing contract, don't sign it. Find another real estate agent.
Yeah.
This is so unethical and slimy. And if someone's going to rip you off in one place, I guarantee they're going to rip you off in more places.
Yeah.
Wow. Talk about the top of the cake right there. The cream of the crop. This guy putting in a junk fee of $1,000. Not
That's
a $3
insane.
service charge or a $10 convenience fee. $1,000 because he can fee as a real estate agent to make sure he gets a little extra money out of every single transaction. That is wild. And to top it off, he's willing to teach other agents how to do it, which I'm sure he's charging a fee for the course. Guru, can you say?
Obviously.
Guru. What an insane business strategy. And the only way to stop it is if no one signs up with him to buy or sell a house, because then he can't charge fees on transactions that aren't happening. But unfortunately, there are enough people out there clearly that he can just keep scamming and keep targeting and finding new victims. I'm calling them victims. I don't care. And that's how he continues on. And until everyone decides to put their foot down and no one is left to take advantage of, he's going to keep doing it, and so are all these companies, restaurants, and businesses we talked about in today's video. All right, thank you guys so much for being a part of the video. Let me know the worst junk fee, service fee, or ones that you hate the most down in the comment section. Let me know. I need to see it. I need to know which ones I missed out on in this video, and I can possibly put them in a future video for you guys to see as well from our comment section. Thank you all so much again. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, come back, watch future videos. And my second channel, my dash cam, illegal parking, and road rage channel is linked below in the description box. Make sure you go check that out and subscribe. We're almost to 20,000 subscribers. Appreciate that. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.
Everybody needs to start boycotting these companies and services that charge these insane junk fees, because junk fees are a fucking scam and we shouldn't be paying them. I already don't use a lot of these services and companies that charge junk fees on everything. That's it for today's video, everybody. Please like the video, comment, and remember to subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to make YouTube into a profitable career for myself, so it would really help me out if you subscribe to my channel. It only takes a second to do and it's free. Peace out. See you in the next video. Bye.